Hello and welcome. I don't believe that we've met before, have we? I would like to invite you to a short trip devoted to philosophical questions. They arise even in the simplest and seemingly minor aspects of our magnificent lives. Let's take a look at these two fellow workers out there. Looks like they're doing something intriguing.
Hey, buddy, help me a bit there.
Yeah, sure. What's the deal?
See that cobblestone? We have to replace it. This part is too mossy to stay here. Hold it for a second, I will place a new one.
Okay. Hey, I have been wondering, don't you think that this statue loses its historical value with every block we replace?
That's not our concern, we're just doing our job.
See what I mean? A perfect example. These guys reminded me of the ship of the Theseus. The ship wherein Theseus returned from Crete had 30 oars and was preserved by the Athenians down even to the time of Demetrius Phaleros, for they took away the old planks as they decayed, putting in a new and stronger timber in their places. Insomuch that this ship became a standing example among the philosophers for the logical questions of things that grow. One side holding that the ship remained the same, and the other contending that it was not the same. Shh, look!
Oi, what are you doing?
Orders have been received to tie up this tackle, sir.
Have you ever seen anyone tie knots like that?
Yes, on my last sail we saw such knots on the Romans, and they were much sturdier, sir.
Over the years of sailing, I have learned what the best knots are, and they are definitely not Roman ones.
But, sir,
I don't care.
This sailor is quite stubborn, and yet our hero, the young man, may indeed be right. Despite years of experience, one must always be ready to accept change, new rules of the game. There is a story I would like to tell you that explains this kind of behavior. Let us imagine that people are as if in an underground dwelling, like a cave, with a wide opening stretching along its entire length. From a young age, imprisoned slaves have fetters on their feet and on the neck, so that they cannot move and see only what is right in front of their eyes, for they cannot turn their heads because of these chains. The people have their backs to the light coming from the fire that burns far above, and between the fire and the prisoners there is an obstacle. Imagine a low wall behind which magicians show moving puppets. When any one of them will be unshackled, forced to stand up suddenly, to turn his neck, to walk, to look up toward the light, it will be painful for him to perform all this. He will not be able to look in the bright light at those things whose shadow he saw before. And what do you think he will say when they start telling him that he used to see trifles, but now, having approached being and turned to the more real, he might find the proper view? And what if they start pointing to this or that thing that passes before him and make him answer the question, what is it? Don't you think that this would make it extremely difficult for him to think that there isn't much more truth in what he has seen before than in what is shown to him now?
It's not easy to accept terrifying truth, but I offer you to become my disciple. I will show you the way.
No, I can't accept any of these.
I believe you're ready. From now on, our city architect will take over your training.
Master, I'm not sure if I can become a good architect. I still don't know much about tools, materials, and geometry.
Doubt may cloud your mind, but true knowledge is always with you. Come, I will show you. See that square? Imagine this is the foundation of the statue you will build in future. I would like to ask you to double its area.
I believe doubling the length of the side of the square will work?
In fact, that produces a square 4 times larger.
Then maybe increase length by 1/2?
Now its area turned into 9.
See, master, I'm hopeless.
Now, look.
According to Socrates, all the knowledge is inside our mind. We just haven't discovered it yet. I'm not sure if that is true, that doesn't matter. It's just another interesting perspective on the essence of cognition, among others that philosopher have put up for general discussion.